Hi, this is Steve, Steve's Farm Adventure. We're glad you're here with us today. And if you've never been here before, we hope you'll hit that subscribe button, like the videos, and tap the bell. That way you can be notified of and have knowledge of everything that we put out. This is a long-term commitment for us, especially now. We feel like there are a lot of people that could be in bad trouble over this coronavirus. And this could last, for however long, who knows. So anyway, like I say, if you have already subscribed to the channel, it's really great to have you back. We hope you'll continue to come back. We hope what we do is informative and interesting. And if you have comments, we'd love for you to share your comments with us. Anything that you'd like for us to do a video on, or things that you'd like for us not to do a video on anymore. Hopefully nobody will have that one now. But today is a very, very serious conversation that I'd like to have with you guys about the LCE, as Danny from Deep South Homestead calls it. He trying to get the camera adjusted here to where it's good. He had coined that term, and it's a really good one, I think, especially for this particular instance, because a life-changing event can, like I say, be anything. You can have a heart attack or a stroke. You can lose your job. You can go through this virus or any other kind of virus or illness or pandemic or what have you. And that would be a life-changing event, an LCE. And today, I've got to read this because it's a list and my memory is about that long. But today, the topic of discussion is, how am I going to have food during an LCE? Now, this is my top 5 ways. These are things that me and my wife, Mrs. Steve, are currently doing and have already done and already moving forward with. Because, as you can see, I'm a pretty good sized fella, and I have no intention of starving to death, whether it's grocery stores or whether it's not. Now, the things that I'm going to tell you, you don't have to have a farm. You don't even have to have a yard. All you got to do is a little bit of planning. And this is from way back when I was a little boy. My little grandma was extremely poor, and she raised 10 youngins on $200, and I think it was less than $300 a month, and paid rent, bought groceries, and everything else out of that. Now, that was up in West Virginia, but still, money is money. It doesn't matter where you are. And just think, let me ask y'all one question. How many of you guys have out-of-state cash and nobody will take it? Just think about that for a second. But anyway, back to my list. The first thing on my list, and the first thing I told my wife, is we need 5 or 10 pounds of extra flour. We like self-rising flour because it makes good hoe cake. It makes good biscuits. You can do a lot of things with that. Okay? And by using the flour, there's some more ingredients that you'll see as I go through this list. You can make biscuits. You can make cake. You can make pancakes. You can make gravy. And down the road, not too far, I'm actually going to cook y'all some gravy and biscuits right here in the house at our little old kitchen. And I'm going to do it because it's so simple that even I can actually cook biscuits and gravy. Now, that's the video for another day now, but we're going to do it. And we're going to do it in a lot of detail so that it's really easy. This is how my wife showed me. We showed our 2 sons, and all 4 of us can cook biscuits and gravy. So anyway, self-rising flour. Now, self-rising cornmeal, because if you can have cornmeal with buttermilk in it. You can eat cornmeal and buttermilk, and that's really good. It's a great treat good hot cornmeal with big old slab of butter on it, and put it in a bowl and pour some ice cold buttermilk on it. Man, shoot, that'll make you want to slap your grandma. Woo! But those are two things right off the bat. Now, ingredient number 2 goes along with item number 1. Lard or Crisco, or even better yet, you don't even have to buy this. This is a byproduct. If you buy bacon, save your bacon grease. Put it in a cup. Put it in a coffee mug. You can put it in a metal container. Put it in the refrigerator. Because, you know, bacon will make a whole lot of grease. It ain't nothing no better. I like lard, but I like bacon grease better. And Crisco comes in third on that list. So if you want flavorful gravy, save your sausage grease, your bacon grease, whatever. You mix it all together if you want to. But I like to keep ours separate. She keeps ours separate. And if I'm ready to make bread, I'll take me a big old tablespoonful or two and cut it in with a fork into that flour and mix all that up and take a little bit of milk. The best thing's buttermilk, but if you ain't got buttermilk, then sweet milk will work. If you don't have sweet milk, then you can use canned milk. And if you don't have canned milk, then you can use water. Now, my little grandma always used water if she run out of milk. And I'm telling you, you get a big old plate of biscuits and about half a gallon of gravy, and you can feed a pile of people with that. But anyway, so first on the list is flour and cornmeal. Second on the list is bacon grease, lard, or Crisco. Okay, now for longer term, you might want to buy you some bags of dried beans or peas. Black-eyed peas, pinto beans, white beans, it don't matter what kind of beans. They even have dried green peas. And dried green peas make a seriously good soup if you put them in there and cook them down with some country ham or ham bone or just anything like that. And man, shoot, you make you some split pea soup. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to you. All right, let me get off this food thing because I'm getting hungry already and I done ate dinner. All right, so dried beans of any kind or dried fruit, any kind of dried food, dried powdered milk will last forever. Freeze-dried shredded hash browns, great. They won't ever go bad. They come in a carton. You can buy them at Sam's or Costco or wherever and get them. Now, number 3, locate local farmers that right now are willing to sell beef, pork, chicken, produce, whatever they have, straight to you, whether it's through a CSA. You know, you can just go to their farm. A lot of the farmers markets here in the Piedmont and Triangle of North Carolina are still open. They're very spread apart. You won't be able to pick up the vegetables and feel them or anything, but they're still there for the time being. You know, as long as the virus is somewhat contained. So you want to try to find somebody that's got fresh meat that's frozen, it's already packaged, it's packaged in a USDA facility, or produce that you can get your hands on. Now that's number 3. I know all this sounds about food, and that's pretty much what it is. Because if you don't have food, then you got a problem. You know, water is your number 1 thing. So if you got a little bleach or whatever around where you can disinfect it or boil water, if you run out, if the cities run out or what have you. Now let's go into a little bit extreme, okay? And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just want people to realize that now is the time to start to become more self-sufficient and don't depend on the grocery stores, the Walmarts, the Sam's Clubs, the Costco's, and all that for your food, because you might get a big surprise down the road in the not too distant future, and it might not be much there, if any. All right, now, number 5, Number 5 is a long-term deal. You know, take you some buckets. You're bound to have flower containers or flower pots or 5-gallon buckets or wash tubs or whatever. Put soil in them if you can get potting mix or what have you. Or go out and dig it up out of the woods. You know, or take all your old flowers that used to be pretty and dump the potting soil in there. I'm telling you what, I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna get a drink. Just dump these right in there and have you some seeds. If you can get plants, that's fine. That'll be faster, you know, because you won't have to wait for the seeds to germinate. Take those seeds and put them in a south-facing window if you can, or out on a porch during the day. Like today, it's about 75 degrees here in the Piedmont of North Carolina. And if you've watched my other videos about my cold frame, you know, I'm having to open it up so it don't burn all of my onions and my carrots and everything up. In a little while, we'll go down there and check it out in another video, because we got some more seed that we're going to start. And I'm not telling y'all this because it's just talk. We're actually doing what I'm telling you to do, that you should do. Now, again, I'm going to throw one more thing out at you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's how we're going to be able to stay up and moving forward. Subscribe, like the videos, click the bell, and for goodness sakes, share us with all of your friends. We're doing a really good job, and we're moving along at a pretty good clip for a week and a half or almost 2 weeks. But we still need your help to help us grow our channel and produce this kind of content. And again, don't forget to comment, because we'd love to do videos that you want to see. But anyway, back to the list. Go ahead and start you some seeds in flower pots, in buckets, in containers. Get plants. If you can get to a store and pick you up a plant or two, get you a little bit of plant food, organic, chemical, whatever. That way your stuff will get going. Just follow the instructions on your planting guide on the back of your seeds. I'll reach over here and show you some that we have. Now this is Black Beauty Summer Squash. Now I'm not even sure where my wife got these, but as you can tell, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but you know, it's got the instructions right on it. And it tells you how to plant them. Like on this one particular one, 5 to 10 days for the sprout to surface. Plant them a 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. Space your mounds 3 to 4 feet apart. But you can put 2 or 3 seeds in a container, and you'll have squash plant coming out on your porch. And the next thing you know, you'll have squash on your porch, and you'll have food to eat. This particular variety takes 55 days for it to be mature. So, you know, do some of these other things that we've showed or talked about today, and we'll be putting out some more videos of this type just to try to help everybody out, because, you know, this is a serious deal right now. It's a serious life-changing event, and we want every one of our friends, and we consider everybody that watches our videos to be a friend. So good luck, good health, and God bless you. And come back and see us. And don't forget to subscribe. Steve from Steve's Farm Adventure, out. Bye.